Hello, and welcome again to another episode of Talking Snacks, episode 9. I am not joined by my regular co-host. He's actually out sick, so I have a replacement, not permanent. I mean, you're welcome anytime you want. But it's Cabe.
Cabe Lincoln here, people.
It is Cabe. Good friend for a long time.
Yes, indeed.
Yep. You've also been known to play the video games.
Oh, yeah, from time to time, you know. I dabble. I do what I can. I'm more of a have fun with it kind of gamer, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you were explaining this before we started that...
Yeah, I don't know as much as, like, you know, you guys normally do about most things, but, you know, I can put my 2 cents in here for a cuff tonight.
Yeah.
Fill in for my buddy.
I asked him if it would be okay for you to fill in for him. He never got back to me.
Well, I'm hoping it is then.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I was caught in between wanting to be, you know, on schedule and, you know, have content for my viewers, but, you know, definitely missing you, you know.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad to be here, as it were.
Appreciate you, you know, coming on such short notice. I tried to brief you a bit. We went through like a blast of video game news in like the past, hour or so.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I know you're
not
ready
to go with it.
Yeah.
I got a couple things I want to talk about too. You know, so you know,
yeah.
we got it. We got some decent stuff to talk about today.
I think it'll be just fine. Kicking it off like we always do. A little new to you, but I think you've listened to the podcast enough to know how this goes. Yep. How's your week been? I know you haven't. Yeah. So how's this week for you?
This past week has been very eventful. Went and played a show of my band this past weekend on Saturday. You came out for the Friday night whole ordeal.
I did not make it the whole weekend. I'm not strong enough as a human being.
Oh, it's okay. You know.
I thought I was.
It's all right. It's all right. Well, we had a good time regardless. I mean, you know. Even when you were there, we were having a great time. Got a little bit tipsy in the woods.
Yeah. I don't know what to call this party.
Bunch of fantastic music. It was Golden Leaf.
I didn't know if we wanted to call it what it was, but yeah, nice little hippie party.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of music and festivities in the woods, if you will. So.
Yep.
I had a blast my night.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, I was only there for a night. I changed my mind the next morning and went to a completely different whole deal. Like, I went to a whole other party.
Whole different Halloween party, huh?
Yeah. Kind of felt bad about it.
It's okay, man. It's been a while since you went to the woods with us. You know, I figured coming out on Friday might have ended in that result. So it's okay.
I think what happened was, I don't know if I want to talk about it fully, but yeah. Some of the things I partaked in on Friday really hit me by the morning and made for a long Friday night.
Well,
and
hippies will be trippy.
Yeah. So by Saturday morning when I woke up, I didn't think I could do it again. But essentially I went to another party and did pretty close to the same
thing over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were telling me about it. It
was fun.
Yep.
But, yeah, had a blast at both of those things. One was a costume party that I actually was not even dressed for.
I heard you ended up being deemed Eddie Vedder. Was?
Yeah, that was one thing.
Even flow, all right.
Yeah, and most people knew that I just came from the woods, and they were like, "Oh, you're Stoner Man. You just came from a hippie party." I'm like, that or Eddie Vedder, whatever you want. You know.
Stoner Man, Blunt Man and Chronic.
I wish.
What can we use it?
We're not big enough. I don't think we're gonna get striked for anything. But you did mention a band. I was gonna give you.
Band we're talking about.
Yeah.
The Firecrackers. Yeah. Shout out to me and my peeps. I reckon. Check us out on Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, all that good stuff.
And it's the Firecrackers.
The Firecrackers. Yes. Man, we got all of our events posted up on Facebook for the next few months and stuff. So if y'all want to come out to any of the venues we're gonna be at, check it out, man.
Guess I don't know that they don't know you, so you kind of play like what? A
little
bit of Southern rock.
Americana is what we would be called, I guess.
You got
we got a little bit of everything, you know,
yeah.
Like Southern rock, you know, old school rock, but a couple country songs that I do my own spin on and stuff. It's pretty
You do some jam band songs.
Yeah,
too.
jam bandy stuff. Yeah, we like to we dabble in a lot of different stuff. That's kind of the whole spiel when it comes to Americana bands. But I like to think that we throw our own kick at it.
You can tell by your voice that you literally spent all weekend singing.
Oh yeah, I sang for a good 24 hours straight, probably. More like 48, actually, if I want to be completely honest.
When I drunkenly stupid away to get coffee at about 8 a.m., you were still fully engaged.
Still in full effect, man.
Yeah, with a group of people. And I was
hanging
just
out at the lounge with a drum circle going. Man, there was some good musicians down there this past weekend, though. I mean,
I passed out, woke up, drank more, and then drank coffee and went to sleep. What the fuck kind of sense does that make?
About as much sense as every other time we've ever went.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of years since you've been over there with us, though.
2, I think, yeah.
Yeah. But, no, we had some fun. We had fun, It was a good time. Had a seriously long recuperation period afterwards, but that'll happen when you go.
That's kind of that's what I've been doing all of today. I was actually off today. I didn't ask for it or anything, just thank God. Because last night I was going to do the podcast last night and I didn't feel up to it. And then when I hit up Cuff today, he said he wasn't feeling too great. So I just had to think on my feet and I hit you up and I was like,
Well, I've been wanting to come and sit in with you guys. So I hate the Cuff's not here for it, but
yeah,
I'm glad to be here regardless. Maybe we'll get to do the other thing we've been talking about. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, we get a little something in the works. Working title, but snack bar sounds right.
Yeah.
Well, we just kind of go off the grid a bit, drink a little bit, and have fun.
Yeah, literally just talk about stuff.
Yeah, I kind of want to keep it gaming oriented.
Absolutely.
But
throw in a little bit of music and stuff in there.
Yeah, but when you drink, it's hard. But yeah, I think snack bar would be a perfect title for that.
Oh heck yeah!
Yeah. My week was basically everything that you just said. I started playing The Outer Worlds. And I know you're not too familiar with it.
Man, I've seen the trailers and I've seen some gameplay for it. And I was actually really excited to get to play it. I'm kind of jealous that you have it before me. But, because I love Fallout and everything, and it looked very Fallout-ish.
Dude, it is so Fallout. It's
amazing. I absolutely love that franchise. So, I mean, I'm super excited, stoked to see what's in store for that.
Everything that I've played so far, it's great. My build so far has been nothing but charisma, persuasion kind of thing.
Yep.
Not really gun heavy, but it doesn't seem to matter.
Yep.
My guns work.
I've never used I've never really upped any of my charisma on like literally any of the Fallout games I played, and that proved to be problematic when you go into certain situations.
Yeah.
Certain situations, people are like, "Oh, we're just fuck you. You're not getting in here with you can't talk to me good enough."
I literally made it a point to be that specifically because I know I've read about the game and how it's supposed to work, and so I kind of subtracted from my strength and dexterity a bit to actually throw it towards. I can't remember the exact stats.
It's fun to play different types of stuff. Like go outside of your comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah, I've never played a game like that either. But this made me love it to death because I've gotten in situations to where I know there's going to be a full-fledged firefight, but I have such high charisma and intimidation and lies. It doesn't matter. Like, I got out of, like, a whole, like, mutiny situation where, like, I agreed to do this one thing, went and found out the situation, turned my back on them, and then they were like, you're not getting out of here alive. And, like, I literally just, like, flex nuts on them and, like, they're like, all right. Just get what you want and leave, please. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Yes, right. You like how I talk, don't you?
And that made me feel like, my actual character build mattered. So I'm glad I dedicated it to that. And it gives you a little leeway. I'm kind of building up other things as well. Because being so proficient in one thing leaves you lacking in other things. But
yeah,
not really.
That's usually, well, you know me. You know my style of playing, man. We've been playing video games together for a really long time. I'm running gun. Just don't,
Yeah, don't give a shit.
I don't care. I just run like, That's my style of how I like to do things. So usually I'm just like upping all my gun skills and all that stuff. Just so I can just wreak havoc. and run in just guns blazing, end up victorious.
Yeah, I could see how that could be definitely a better experience for somebody like you if you chose to be proficient in those stats. But I'm interested to see how it would have actually turned out for me. Because, like I said, I chose literally one thing and
just beefed it up.
All my gun stats are trash. Like, I am not proficient with shit, but like I'm still able to shoot and do all my good stuff. And I kind of wish I would have got a little more stealth in there. I didn't. Like I said, I went all charisma, so my stealth is lacking. I can't quite pick as many locks and do stuff like that I want to.
Yeah, but if you find the guy that's got the key, you can talk him out of it.
Kinda. You walked in while I was doing some side questy things with my companions.
Yep.
And I got a new guy that gives me better stealth, I think. I can't remember exactly what he gave me, but I got one that does medical, one that does stealth, and that's cool that he's giving me that extra 10-point bonus. You know, that definitely boosts my abilities to not be trash in a certain area.
Yeah,
so I'm using my companions to.
I love the fact that with Fallout, you have like the one with most of them, you have just like the one person that follows you around all the time, and then you get dog meat or the Robo Dog or whatever from Fallout Vegas or Fallout New Vegas, and I'm interested to see how it is played out like in a party style situation, like with multiple guys. It kind of
reminds me of KOTOR.
That's what I was thinking also. Like when I was seeing, like especially with how fast the doors open when you walk up next to them. But
I kind of dabbled in KOTOR not too long ago. I was actually streaming it.
Yeah, I seen you was doing some. Did you do a let's play with that?
I didn't do a let's play. I had a whole review planned.
That's what it was.
There it is. It's actually Nostalgia Glasses episode 2. It's actually got quite a bit under it. It's a nice little. It's a paragraph, but.
Well, I mean, I couldn't begin to think of how it would go wrong playing KOTOR again because I loved it so much when it came out. I mean, obviously there'd be the whole whoa graphics looking a lot better these days type of thing, but I loved it. I played the ever-loving shit out of it back in the day.
The only problem playing it nowadays, it depends on what you play it on. Like, I think if you played it on the Xbox things, they have the whole backwards compatibility, so you wouldn't have a lot of issues. But trying to play it on this new rig, holy shit, it was. I think I talked about that in one of the earlier episodes.
Yeah, I said it took you a while to be able to run right. Whatever.
Yeah, because
even then it was still like buggy.
Yeah, because I wanted it to run at goddamn, I got a 4K TV. I wanted it to run good.
Yeah, you wanted to run good.
And so after modding the game or whatever you want to call it, like manually patching the shit out of it myself, still left a lot to be desired. Yeah, but at least I got it running
really,
a good resolution. And
it was to be expected, I would think, though. With like going back to something that old. I mean, man.
I can't even think. We probably wasn't even really old enough.
That was Xbox original.
Yeah.
Oh my
I said
Lord.
1.
Oof. Shout out to my old school online handle, Homicidal Bear. What up?
Damn, you should have kept that.
And I played a bunch of Most Wanted.
Need for Speed?
Yeah. Played a bunch of that on there.
I can't remember which one that one is.
That's the one where it's like literally you could go online and then at the start of the race, instead of driving off, like there was the one map. Oh my gosh, I can't remember it now. It's been so long. But you just literally just like hit reverse, spin around, turn around, and then there's one of them walls that like blocks you from going through it. But if you're going backwards, you could go right through it like it was nothing, and then you could free roam the whole map. And we would like tune up our cars going back and just do. I was in a drift clan. My Lord, that was man, getting me reminiscing on some good times, boy. Good almighty. I had a bunch of friends like that. Was when I was first getting into like playing online and stuff, because I never did that with like PlayStation 2, because boy was that trash.
Hit or miss. I didn't get introduced to online until years later.
Xbox original was my delve into playing online with my friends and getting stuff done, like Halo 2 and Halo original and all that shit.
The only way I got to experience online was to literally go to, I think I went to Wyatt's house a lot, and he was doing the Xbox stuff. I didn't get online till
That was back when we used to hook up one console to three different
LAN
TVs.
connections. Yeah. That was cool to me.
Put up screen blockers or like literally tape them to the television.
The cardboard.
So we couldn't screen look, you know?
Yeah.
Man.
We're showing I was gonna say we're showing our age a bit.
Yeah, shout out to Wall Street, man. Whew. That's back when you get mad when your mom come in and turn the game off on you because like 5 hours for the gameplay just gone to the wind.
Trip over a fucking cable. Just jerk the whole console.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, jerk the console across and then hook it back up and pray to God it works.
Oh man, I had to buy at least 3 different PlayStation 2s for that specific reason. Like, mom come walking through the room, straight trip right over the controller cable, and then like for some reason they were so like stuck in there, like you know what I'm saying? You just ripped the whole console off the front.
I think it was
freaking power cord and things would come out first, and then it would smash on the ground.
Wasn't it the Xbox?
Busted up several different games before my PlayStation itself actually crapped out, but that did happen.
The original Xbox actually had the
the disconnects, man. Yeah, those
That's
actually
a smart idea.
Yeah, they worked pretty good. And then you could take that same disconnect, plug it to your racing thing. I had the whole setup, man, with the desk and the pedals and the steering wheel, and I was drifting like a motherfucker. But after I figured out how to tune up all the cars back then, like I was saying earlier, just drift your ass off, man. And you had to make it like it was like some kind of like initiation thing. You had to make it 12 laps around the shipyard.
This is the old school.
Make
Need
it 12 laps around the shipyard in order to get into the drift clan without like continuous drift. Like could not bust the drift not one time.
That's too much. Laps. It's too much. But you know when you're a kid,
time consuming. That's what it really was.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, you look back on shit like that and it seemed so easy and you were into it then. I think back about like my Mag Clan days when we used to do push-ups.
I remember Mag freaking blueberries, man.
We had to do push-ups and we had to do mandatory Mag Wednesdays.
Oh man, yeah, I remember.
Had a little shout-out to Mag
I wasn't into that with y'all, but I remember being over here and watching you play it and then seeing these ridiculous things that, shout out to Spurge, but seeing these ridiculous things your clan leader would make y'all do, man.
Yeah.
Just to get in there.
We were super dedicated.
Oh, dude, it was a tight-knit community for sure. No doubt. Like, you're still friends with several of the people from back then.
Yeah. We used to have their phone numbers and stuff.
Heck, I just played Siege with Cheddar Bob the other day.
That's from Mag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know.
That's from Mag. Sorry, I had to light our cigarettes. Normally we try to hide that from the audio, but
they know we're crazy.
Yeah. Moving on into the weekly news. Actually, I know you're not as well versed as you said, but we're gonna.
I will respond. You call and response. Yeah. Let's go, buddy.
I kind of briefed you on it a little bit, but the biggest thing from this week, or my favorite thing for this week, I was very excited to talk about this. The Fallout 76 first membership.
Yeah.
Boy, what a tragedy.
Yeah. From what I've been seeing, from what I've seen before that, people were unhappy with what was going on with it in general, just the game itself.
Yeah, the game itself was trash.
And then you just briefed me on that whole thing before we started this whole, podcast dealio we're doing right now. And I gotta tell you, that is hilarious. The fact that they've got people in-game protesting with picket signs.
Yeah, making their own stuff.
Making billboards.
Yeah.
Boycotting Bethesda, that's a shot to the nards right there.
It's not only funny, but it's also...
I don't know what the hell they were thinking doing that to an already pissed off community of people.
But it's a little scary because it's funny to make fun of Bethesda right now. But we all know that the Elder Scrolls is in their hands.
Yes. Oh, please, don't you dare. And now, I'm calling all of you out, gamers everywhere. If y'all mess up freaking Elder Scrolls for me,
it wouldn't be the gamers.
We're going to have some words, people.
It's just going to be basically Bethesda. And it doesn't seem like they got a track record.
Well, they'd never give that one away to anyone. You know that for sure.
There's no... I don't know what they're
I don't know anyone that could do it the same way that they do it anyways, even if they were to freaking give that franchise away or sell it or whatever the hell they're going to do with it.
There's nothing they can do.
No way, no how would it be anywhere as good.
Not only did they fuck up with the subscription itself, you think it couldn't get any worse. You really, because they had things that were supposed to be in the game originally.
Yeah.
Now they're locked behind a $100 a year subscription model for one game, mind you, one game. So you got things like Game Pass that I pay $13 a month for, and I just got the Outer Worlds for free. You know, I got Gears of War.
Kind of free, not really.
You know what I mean. You know, I
Xbox Game Pass. But, you know, I mean, you're paying monthly for it, but I mean, the perks of it are just astonishing to me.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I got Gears 5.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Like,
and so they're trying to put that up against something like that, and you're talking about one game that performed poorly and trying to make a subscription model for it.
No,
that's
especially since it still has bugs and stuff that people are still pissed off about from day one.
And then they locked specific features that they actually people wanted from day one behind that paywall.
Yes.
And I'm not going to pretend like I played the game.
What got me in was like the most surprising. Well, not really. So I wouldn't say surprising, but the most. What's the word I'm looking for? Ridiculous. Was the people like basically having an all-out war over whether like they're paying, like the people who are paying and the people who aren't.
Yeah,
and
there's
just
actual
getting bombarded on there. Like, how dare you pay for this? Blah blah blah. And just, you know, wreaking havoc amongst the
in-game players that are actually
the people who are paying for the subscription.
Yeah, they have. I guess they have like a little symbol or something that tells in-game players.
Says who's the ones that are
so the people
in the specific group that. You know.
So the people that aren't playing
reminds me of the Sneetches from Dr. Seuss, kind of. Oh yeah, you got stars? Ah, we don't like you. You're not invited to our club.
But the people that aren't
Except
paying
it's a lot more violent.
Are literally like,
you know, people on the internet
attacking the people that are. They're like impeding their game.
Yeah.
They're actually fucking paying. And that seems like something that a developer would have to deal with. Like,
why?
I mean, you got somebody that's actually paying to use your service, along with actually buying the game. So you got $60 if they bought it day one, because that game literally diminished in price like immediately.
Oh, absolutely.
So you have those people that probably, the people that bought the fucking subscription are probably the people that bought it day one, hoping that that's going to fix all their problems, and and it obviously didn't, because the outcry is.
No. I mean, how many freaking monthly subscriptions does one person need these days? The internet's killing me with this, man.
I know.
Freaking Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video.
Yeah.
I mean, Spotify for one, too.
I just subscribed to Origin Access, which is that's only $5. There's like 200 games on that.
What? Well, that doesn't sound half bad, but I mean, still, I mean, with everything everything is just like a pay by month, like literally. You're having to pay for your internet service per month for one thing, just to gain access to more things that you have to pay monthly for.
Yeah.
I mean, and I get it. You know, I get the whole marketing behind it.
I get the convenience factor.
Yeah.
You know, you pay a flat rate monthly, and if you can get those new games, like, I don't...
Like I was saying with Xbox Game Pass, though, with, like, you have been playing all these games that I would love to be able to play.
I don't understand.
Gears 5, like, oh my lord.
I don't understand.
I'm a major
How are they not losing money? Like, when it comes to sales charts, they have to be.
Do they get taken off of Game Pass like after a while, or is it like? Because I don't use the Xbox.
I don't know.
I haven't had an Xbox since.
I literally just got this PC like 3-4 months ago. So
yeah, I'm saying it's like, do they take the games off after a while, or is it like oh, you get to play it for this amount of time, then they'll take it off, put something else on or something? You know,
it just seems like they just keep adding things. So far,
what?
It's
just
that's
crazy to me. That's crazy. You're basically paying monthly for literally any game.
Not any. It's who has the bigger.
But it's big titles that are on it though, like really, play worthy
AAA titles
games, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're getting them for the Xbox Game Pass price per month. It's like, dude, that's ridiculous to me.
It's great, actually. When I was not a PC whatever, I was kind of like, Game Pass whatever. But now that I'm doing this, I'm like...
Now that you have it and you have, the ability to utilize the perks and everything for it, you've been talking it up. I've heard nothing but positive things from you.
Yeah. Game Pass is amazing. But yeah, back to the original point, like, how are they even... There's no fucking way. There's no way that that's a sustainable model for one fucking game. They should have stopped when the game got negative comments originally. They should have done... There's nothing they could have done. They fucked up originally, and that was it. It's the same thing with EA's Anthem. Anthem was supposed to be kind of like that. And
I was looking forward to that so much, and then now that it's out and I haven't gotten it yet, I did that for a reason. I didn't get it because I wanted to see what happened with it when it came out, and it's just... It still seems like something that would be fun, like a fun pastime if you're just like, wanting to mess around with some new stuff and play something different. But from what I've been hearing from it is people are just mad about it.
Actually, if you listen to, I think last podcast or podcast before, EA has totally scrapped like the roadmap.
Really?
Basically, it was a live service game where you pay $60, you get a bunch of free shit down the road because they release.
This is going back to you knowing more about it than me.
Yeah, they basically release an unfinished game, and then you pay $60 up front, and then they kind of finish it and roll it out to you.
Yeah,
and it's supposed to make you feel better, like you're getting a lot more for your $60. But instead of like actually buying a full-fledged game for $60, you're buying a fucking piece of trash that they're trying to like scoop up out of the garbage pail and put back together as a porcelain vase, and it's not gonna work.
The original E3 trailer release, like that, when they announced it on there and they showed the gameplay and the trailer and all that shit, that was hype. It was super hype, and I was looking forward to it for sure. But yeah, it's like.
But like I was saying, the same
it's
thing
just like
with
when Battlefield 4 came out forever ago.
But the same thing with
and it was horrible.
76. They should have realized what was going to happen originally and absolutely tried their hardest to fix it instead of pushing their fans along. And now here we are with this.
I feel like they rushed the release on that a little bit.
Well, Battle Royale was a big thing, and I think that was really what that was trying to encapsulate. Oh, we're going to make a Fallout 7, because when that was announced at E3, that's all we said. It was like, are they really doing a Battle Royale Fallout game? And it wasn't exactly...
Biting them in the ass now.
It wasn't exactly what they were going to do, but they did...
the all-out war that's going on.
They did actually add a Battle Royale mode to it. Or
what?
They are going to, or something with it. But we got to get through this news. We're already tangenting quite a bit.
It's okay.
It is okay. It's what we do, actually.
Yeah, we love tangents.
Yeah, Joey says he appreciates our tangents. Shout out to Joey. The only other thing I really had to say about Fallout 4, or Fallout 76, sorry, 4, the goddamn domain name. As if they couldn't fuck up any goddamn more. A fan got a hold of Fallout First, which is the name of the subscription model for Fallout 76. The Fallout First domain name.
The site terrorism.
Yeah. And so, if you actually Google Fallout First, one of the first results that comes up
it goes
is
into a whole troll.
Fallout First, and you click it, and it's called Fallout First Fuck You, or Fallout Fuck You First.
Yeah.
And it's literally just a guy explaining.
Hijacked the website.
He didn't hijack it. He bought it. He got it.
He got it first before they did. And it's basically a huge rant on how terrible it is.
Yeah. It explains everything that Bethesda wants you to know about it, but with a lot of sarcasm and a lot of cuss words.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't understand how a AAA publisher like that could even allow that to happen.
Somebody got fired.
You figure that domain name should have been grabbed a year and a half ago when Fallout 76...
When they were coming out, when they were having the idea of it. When they first come up with the name, sitting there in their little office with all their people talking about it in their freaking conference room, they should have been like, somebody go ahead and grab that, but
why
they didn't.
It's a funny thing. Nintendo copyrights and does a bunch of shit without ever actually going through with it. But they actually hold patents for shit just in case. You know what I mean? For that fucking purpose.
For the exact reason.
Yeah. They just come up with shit and be like, patent that, trademark that, and you go look up.
They don't even nothing to do with it.
Yeah. They don't even, is that going to be a real thing? You don't know. And it turns out, no, it wasn't. But Nintendo has it in case they
wanted to.
Yeah, that's a smart idea.
Preemptive strikes, man. Preemptive strikes with it.
But now
Bethesda learned hard how that's beneficial to do.
I want to know how much Bethesda is going to pay this man.
Oh my gosh! Oh man!
I wouldn't give it up for a little amount.
If he really wanted to demand some
Yeah.
this is what's going to happen forever unless you, meet my demands. Bethesda will just have a freaking meltdown in their conference room, like I was saying earlier.
They might be able to pull some legal strings or something.
Legal strings is fair and squared, obviously. Otherwise, it would be taken care of already.
Yeah.
And I mean, he can do whatever he wants with it. He's the guy that owns.
But it kind of makes me think, right? We need to be on the ball and just buy some domain names.
Yeah, man, just buy them all. Oh my gosh.
And we just hold them hostage until games get released 20 years from now. Like, no, I've been holding that domain since 2019. Yeah, no, I'll take, I don't know, 50,000, and I'll let go of it. All right. And I'll be fine. You know?
Yeah. Except for he's using it for more of a troll factor right now. Just like trolling on how terrible this whole situation's been for
You know
them.
damn well he's sitting there waiting to get paid so someone will relinquish that. Yes.
Yeah.
It was a good one. It was a good little rant. Moving on down the weekly news. This is just a personal favorite that I had to dabble in here. Mm-hmm. I don't know if people seen it before this week, but I did see it in a Conan segment. But Conan is going to be in Death Stranding.
Yeah.
He did like a whole skit on his show, and
Conan has always been hilarious to me. So when you told me that, I was like, this is going to be funny. And it was.
It is funny.
It was funny.
It is funny.
The fact that he was giving the developer so much shit for it.
Just the whole thing, the Ultraman skit.
Yeah. Oh man.
But I cannot believe that they actually got
they
3D modeled him. Yeah, they 3D modeled
and put him in there. Oh. But talking to Daryl from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, he's gonna be talking to Norman Reedus with a fetus.
Norman Reedus, man. He said it's the first time Norman Reedus took a shower in the last 3 years. I swear I about busted this out on that one.
But I liked his costume. I didn't show you the full rendering, but he's in there and he has an otter hat. Mm-hmm. It's a small otter that sits on top of his head.
Just silly Conan things. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
because he's Conan O'Brien. He's a silly motherfucker.
He is.
And that's what's so funny about it. That's why I was excited to see what he was about to try and do with that. And it did not disappoint. It was funny. And hopefully, I mean, is he actually in the actual...
Yeah, he's in the actual game.
Like, the release of it's going to happen. You know, I kind of halfway thought they were just, like, putting him in there and, like, making a thing just to make... like a big joke out of it, but apparently no, that's not the case.
No, apparently he's going to be in the absolute final release.
That is,
which I don't think is too far off. I don't know.
Man, that's funny as hell.
I don't know the absolute. Yeah,
what blows my mind, man, that whole facial recognition stuff, that 3D scanning shit, that is wild these days, man. They've come a long way with that. I remember when LA Noire came out.
Oh, and everybody
did the whole
was so...
facial recognition software where you had to go in, literally, you had to pay attention to the people's faces to see, like.
Yeah,
how they were reacting to stuff, and like, you know, basically in order to figure out like the case or whatever, since you were playing as a detective in the 40s,
I could not get into that.
Oh man, I loved L.A. Noire mainly because of it was just super nostalgic in like a human nature way. Like all right, all the old school cars in that game were actual cars.
I mean,
and it was freaking.
What does Rockstar do?
It was amazing. I mean, I'm like, and you go and you find. I found it fun for me because I'm like,
fun. Yeah,
I'm like
criticizing.
You know, people have their own personal video game preferences and shit. And L.A. Noire for me, I really dig the 40s for one. For like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just and the suits. The suits, man.
The suits is what does
I'm telling you, man. I mean, we need a device and he can wear a suit.
Have you heard of the Mafia series?
No, yeah. Actually, Mafia 3 was free for PS Plus.
I don't know what year that's set in, but I know it's early.
But I'm just saying, man, that back to what I was saying though, they've come a long way from facial recognition software, like that shit. Like it's astronomically different now, and just better in every way. It's ridiculous. Like Norman Reedus looked like Norman Reedus, aside from the fact that
every time you say Norman Reedus and we're talking about Death Stranding, I feel like you absolutely have to say Norman Reedus with a fetus. Because in the game
AKA what was it? something broken out. What the hell was it he said?
What Conan said in the thing? I can't remember.
Oh my god.
But the
trailer though was just like you looking down into this woman's uterus.
Or something,
like, what in the hell was that?
So you haven't dabbled down into that game quite a bit, have you?
No.
That game is absolutely nuts. We actually have a question from somebody a little bit later.
Oh, yeah.
Moving on. Overwatch 2? Question mark.
I enjoyed Overwatch when I was playing it. And the only reason that I enjoyed playing it with my friends. Yes, you.
Yeah.
I enjoyed playing it online when I was with friends and, because the whole camaraderie factor. And, like, when you're playing with friends, you play... Game. I tend to play better when I'm playing with people that I know.
Especially when it's a team-based game.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta have your healers, your deeps, and your tanks. And...
Yeah, and being able to like, work with each other on it is a big thing, But, like, playing it after a while...
You definitely didn't dive as far into it.
No, way. You were way farther into it than I was.
Actually.
You and old Pocket Jesus.
Yeah, I was going to say...
Shout out to Pocket Jesus.
If you throw Jesse in there, Jesse and his brother, they really got into the
my gosh,
the nitty-gritty of ranked and stuff. But the rumors coming out this week, I think BlizzCon is happening... I think it's next weekend. So they're going to have a bunch of, Blizzard reveals, blah-da-da. Diablo 4... rumored, probably gonna happen. I actually heard an interesting one that made me excited. Diablo 2 remaster. We was watching.
I heard that when we were watching stuff a minute ago, like right before we started this.
Spawn Wave Media.
And I literally heard the excitement in your voice when you went, "Oh, really?"
Yeah, Diablo 2 remaster would be great. But
that would be.
Overwatch 2 concerns me.
Don't get me wrong, man. I liked it enough to play it. I would definitely play Overwatch.
Well, see, I don't understand why there's going to be a sequel. If there is. Right now it's speculation. The game itself seems like it'll be really perfectly fine the way it is. Just add more stuff to it. Maybe, $30 expansion. Whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. Releasing a whole nother game in itself seems counterproductive. What you're going to do, like everyone always does, you're going to make 1 and 2. People are going to like and or hate it. You're going to split the player base. And either you're going to have people that still want to play Overwatch 1, depending on if they change mechanics. It really is going to dive down into a lot. You're going to change people. You're going to change the way characters work. Are you going to have the same maps? Are you going to have the entire roster from the first one and move it over? If you're going to do that, then why not just add a season pass or something else? I mean, you're Activision Blizzard. I don't see why the fuck they don't have a season pass already. They're doing loot boxes out the fucking ass. So I don't get the strategy for a supposed Overwatch 2. I think it would just be a better...
They should put more time into, like, making DLC or stuff.
Yeah, I think the game was supposed to be a... Oh, God, here we go. A live service. A live service game where they released it years ago and then, they constantly update it. But here we are, I think it's 4 or 5 years after release. And what's a better way to get hype? Drop a whole new title, But, like I said, you'll separate fans. You're doing nothing but hurting your audience with, quite frankly, what I think is a perfectly fine game that does not need a sequel. You can just keep adding characters and adding maps. If you have what is going to be a sequel, don't do it. Just make it work for the original and then put, like, a $30 price tag on it and slap it with the original. And that way... the people that actually buy it can play with the original players, and the original players aren't fucking devastated because half their player base moved on.
Yep.
Because that's exactly what's going to happen.
They'll lose half the people that play online with it.
Yeah. And
maybe more than that even.
Yeah.
I mean, Overwatch, from what I understand, or from what I've noticed, most of the people that play Overwatch are like die hard.
Yeah.
Die hard. Try hards, if you will.
Yeah.
On some Overwatch, so... Once the second one comes out, then all of a sudden the ones that didn't buy it or the ones that, prefer the first one will just be really shat on when it comes to having people to play with online.
I know, and I don't think it'll help anybody other than them and them being Blizzard, and that'll just make them money, and they won't care. What will be funny, and shout out to Spawn Wave. I get a lot of my news from Spawn Wave. I don't know if that shit's on me, but obviously I have to get my news from somewhere. But Spawn Wave made an interesting point there's a lot of controversy going on with Blizzard right now and the whole Hong Kong protesting.
Lord.
Yeah, so there's going to be people outside of BlizzCon protesting, and he was like, well, it's going to be kind of hard for people to protest if you're not going to go in there and announce like Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2, and like they're going to have to get out of those protest lines and kind of be like, I gotta go take a leak real fast, and then kind of shuffle in there to go
run in to see which ones they want to see, and then come back out like, yeah.
It's impossible.
Oh, man.
So that's gonna be a funny ordeal.
Yeah.
What a weird time.
I don't know.
Politics and video games.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, they're making. It's like we were just talking about earlier with that whole Fallout thing. I cannot believe gamers are literally going in game and making pickets and shit. That's insane. What a world we live in.
Yeah.
What a world we live in these days, man. The internet is such a silly place.
It's a lovely place.
It is lovely.
If you know where to lurk.
It can also be very, 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 very fucked up at times.
You just gotta know where to lurk.
Yep. I know where to lurk. I
don't post much, but I'm everywhere. What are you know?
Oh, man.
Moving on to a new segment that I like to call What We Care About. We don't cover every game that you want to hear about, but we cover what we care about, because there's a lot of fucking games coming out every week, and goddamn, if you want news about every game, go to another podcast. Not telling you to not listen to me, but if you care, listen to me. It's kind of been my thing.
Yep, I got you. What we care about.
Yeah.
To hell with what y'all care about. I'm kidding.
We are kidding. But let's see. What do we got on the list? First on the list. Something nostalgic.
Swear. Oh, man. This is... When I saw this earlier, right before when we were preparing for this tickled my fancy a bit. Because I remember playing... these.
The good old Disney is releasing some classic games, I guess in like a little HD bundle.
Mm-hmm.
The Aladdin, is it the Aladdin or is it just
It's
Aladdin?
and the Lion King's
I was
Disney classics.
I know, but is it the Aladdin or is
no?
it
It's just Aladdin and then the Lion King, the Disney classic game release.
Yeah,
digital release. No,
they're doing both.
They're doing both.
Yeah,
you get hard copy.
Yeah. Apparently they're doing like this whole retro sale thing where you can actually get like new produced carts. If you get like this big collection, yeah, you can get SNES carts
to stick in my freaking Game Boy.
I don't know about Game Boy, but I've seen SNES cartridges and stuff like that. But they were in nice, like brand new SNES.
Let me tell you, if they start doing that, I will dust that fucker off. Not a problem.
Where's he at? I'll dig him out now.
But I'm dead ass serious. I would totally do it. I'd even pull out my little plug-in light thing, so I could play back. Yeah,
I don't even know what.
Just all old school nostalgia. Where might have to replace the bulb in it.
But you don't have to do that because with this fucking collection,
man,
this is actually a nice collection. I think it's only $29.99.
It looked pretty good. It kind of looked like they I don't know. Like re-rendered it or not
just upscaled it.
It didn't. I don't know if you could even say remastered because it's still blocky and like not as blocky, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about.
They basically
you know the terminology better than me.
It's basically just an upscale that you just made everything in HD.
It looked great though.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
really
you're getting the two versions of each game because. There was a Super Nintendo release and a Sega Genesis release.
Huh? Maybe you'll pick them up and do a whole Nostalgia Glasses episode about it. Straight thrown in there. New age Nostalgia Glasses.
I really, really, really would love a capture card, but until my finances get in order.
I hear you, buddy.
Yeah. But they're actually releasing both versions of each game. When the games originally released, they were on Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, and I might be mistaken on this. But I'm pretty sure that they were developed by two different people, and so each version was a different version.
Yeah.
They were not the same games for the SNES and the Sega Genesis.
Well, it's very similar, but different in like,
That's why people prefer, like, the Genesis version of Aladdin over, like, they like the Super Nintendo version of Lion King.
Yeah.
And I remember playing those as a kid, and...
me too.
They were Dark Souls for my childhood.
Oh my god, difficult for real. But I mean, I had to though. I had to I just want, because I mean, universally loved. Come on, Aladdin, the Lion King.
Not a big Aladdin fan.
Oh, one jump ahead of the lawman, one swing ahead of the sword. I steal only what I can afford. That's everything. Oh, great stuff. Hopefully we don't get hit for that.
Well, we got a new host for the podcast. No, I don't know. I don't know a lot about the Aladdin. I was more Lion King.
Dude, I love Disney movies. I loved all of them. I mean, I would be super ecstatic if they come out with a fucking Hercules game.
Have you seen any of the remakes?
Oh, no, I have not yet. I've been waiting, and I've been trying my hardest to keep the info out of my brain from everywhere on the internet.
The remakes, you're gonna know what they are.
I know, but I don't want people's opinion of them on the internet to ruin it for me. You know what I'm saying? So I've been trying to keep out of that whole loop, which is very hard to do.
Boy, I'm glad you said that, because the next words out of my mouth were things.
Yeah, it's been a difficult battle to stay out of the loop.
Especially, I've seen you on Facebook. I've seen you on your phone. Yeah. It's hard to get your face out of it, but as it is most people nowadays. Anyway, I'm not one to talk. But back on track a bit. I think it's a cool thing Disney's doing. But the one thing that worries me, if this follows suit with, what was it, DuckTales Remastered, which was also a Disney game, it had a HD, remaster, re-release, whatever you want to call it, and it had some troubles in online stores, and they actually pulled it for some amount of time, and I'm not sure how that's going to work. That's just a weird issue when it comes to digitally releasing games.
Well, from what it looked like, it didn't look like that they were trying to do that.
No, I mean, I don't think they planned on doing it with DuckTales, but just licensing and stuff like that, the way when you get corporations like Disney into game development, and there's a lot of, I don't know what you would call it, red tape. So one thing that's fine one day could not be fine the next day.
Somebody come out the woodwork and be like, hey, wait a minute.
My name was on the original product of this, and I didn't approve it. It's some shit. But they're doing physical copies, so you can't do nothing much about physical copies. Yeah. So if you actually give a shit, definitely buy a physical copy, because they can't take that from you. That's why, fuck the all-digital revolution. Buy
hard copies.
Hard copies. Sorry, that was me ruffling my my game shelf. I'm a very big advocate for game preservation and all that good stuff. Yeah. I like to have all my stuff to where
old Snacks likes to hold his games in his hand, just caress them real good sometimes, Yeah,
it's a good feeling.
Yep. Oh, here we go with some Halloweenish stuff.
I know. Well, too bad it's not releasing early enough. I know.
What was it he said? He's dang it. What was his name? You said?
Spawnwave.
Yeah, Spawnwave. He was talking about how
everyone's just gonna think I just watch Spawnwave and then just write notes. That's not how it works. I promise. I do like to watch a couple of his things and then because
touch base on our opinions. Of it, But Luigi's Mansion 3.
Whew. Die Hard Luigi's Mansion 3.
Oh my God, they were so great.
I never played the second one.
What?
So maybe people can talk shit right there, but I didn't have a 3DS for the longest time, and I didn't give a shit about 3DS. I was Vita Island, if you will. Shout out to my kind of funny peeps.
I said what like I actually played it, but I didn't. I only said what like that just to clarify to all of you, as that I would have thought he would have.
No, it didn't even look like a full sequel, but I guess it was. Canonically, it is the second one. I've replayed the first one so many fucking times.
Oh my lord!
I got it. I think it was a launch title.
All the hidden was so annoying though, to me.
I think it was. I don't know. You're definitely not gonna know. I don't know if it was a launch title or not for the GameCube, but I got it when I got my GameCube. Yeah.
The launch title?
I think it was, but I could be wrong.
You're right that you would know it better than me, but I'm. From what I remember, I'm not.
I remember
not sure
as a kid getting consoles to what my knowledge was like fairly recent. But I don't know if I ever got consoles like release day, or I doubt I did, But as a kid, you didn't give a shit.
Yep.
You're like, I know I want this, and then, shit, Christmas or your birthday came around, you're like, fucking hey, Santa, how the hell are you doing this shit? Mom, you...
Whew, I remember when I got Metal Arms. My
wow.
God, I was so happy.
That was I remember playing that over at I don't even know what street that was. What was that?
Wall Street. Shout out to Wall Street.
Yeah.
But no, man. Like, I would totally play it. It looks great.
Of course, yeah.
It looks great. I mean, come on.
Nintendo's really good at making things look good on a little bit of hardware.
Yeah, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to 64.
Don't go look back at those. Yeah, lack of anti-aliasing and all that good stuff. Jagged edges, a little rough, but I mean they're still fun, especially when you got nostalgia glasses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I want to pick it up.
I would definitely play it. That's my standpoint on it.
I did see that it got leaked.
Yeah, people are jailbreaking things as people do.
Yeah, I don't want to jailbreak my Switch, but man, a free copy of any Switch game I want, especially when they're just leaked like that. But
I would feel, like you said earlier, I would feel bad. I would feel bad for doing that.
I have so much
people put their heart and soul into making things for us, man, and we're just gonna steal it from them.
Well, nope. That too, but like I had so much love for the original, and I know that I've watched. This is a shout out to Kind of Funny, but if you appreciate something, especially when it comes from developers and stuff, always vote with your wallet. That's the the whole thing with Bethesda and EA. If people are actually not happy with their stuff, quit fucking buying it. You know? Vote with your fucking wallet. And that's what makes me feel bad about people that crack and hack games and throw them on the jailbroken consoles. Yeah. If you actually want to fucking play it, I know that it's hard to buy every game you want, but if you want to continue to see games in that light, you need to fucking actually pay up. I mean, you can't just expect companies to just keep shelling out the same of what you want when you don't pay for it. Yeah. If everybody did that, you would never get anything. But then again, you look at, like I said, EA and Bethesda. They don't give a shit what they do. People just buy their trash and they just move right along.
It's like if everybody's so mad about
any game
about that, like we're gonna touch base back way in the beginning of this, back to that Fallout 76 shit. If they were so mad about it, why are they on the servers?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
If they're that mad about it, they're on the servers protesting. They're still getting something out of you being on their servers.
You are a player count.
Like you're a player count for sure, man. And that goes to like if you really are hating it that much, you want to boycott it, man. Just go ahead and actually do it and not play it. Go play like Outer Worlds, like you were saying.
Kind of shouting out to last episode, episode 8. Overwatch for Switch with the whole Blizzard boycott. Nintendo was no questions asked refunding Overwatch digital purchases, and Nintendo has never been known to do digital purchase refunds.
I did not know.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. So, like what I've always been told, and I'll put it out to my followers: vote with your fucking wallet, man. If you appreciate a game, if you appreciate games are art, if you appreciate a game's art form and the medium, fucking do it with your wallet. Don't fucking just... Sorry, I get a little passionate. I'm sitting here with like my hands in a globe staring at a microphone. But just...
Listen to me, internet people!
Yeah, man. Companies would definitely be discouraged if you just...
Shout from the rooftops!
If you just didn't give them your fucking money for every little piddle-paddle thing that they spat out towards you. Yeah. I
feel like they should, like, more... Honestly, and this is my personal opinion.
I hate how this got wrapped up around Luigi's Mansion just because of the leaks. But whatever.
Yep. We're kind of taking away from Luigi's Mansion right now.
I know, it needs its limelight. Look, does. October 31st, Luigi's Mansion 3. God damn it loks fucking great.
Oh, why are they doing it that day? I would love to. They should have done October 30th at least. So that we could have it downloaded and ready to go on Halloween. Like, wake up and be like, yeah, let's do it. But
now we're just advocating everyone to have it cracked and put it on there. Yeah.
What? Don't do that, people. Don't do that, people. For the love of games.
You brought a tear to my eye. For the love of games. What do we got next? Oh, the next thing I actually put on here. I don't know if you'd have a lot to say about it. Resident Evil 5 and 6 getting...
Love it.
5 and 6?
6? I love 6. I played 6. I just love Resident Evil, man.
Those weren't really Resident Evils, though.
They're kind of. I mean, I played the
these
hell
are
out of
only
Resident Evil
Switch
6.
ports, just so we're clarifying. And the only reason I put them on this is because, my God, can Capcom they're just wringing the shit out of the ports of this shit. Like,
stuff they've already put out that we've already played.
Not every game, but Resident Evil 4 has a port on about every console.
I guarantee you that if anyone who owns a Switch owns another console, and I guarantee you this also, if they're a Resident Evil fan, they bought it for that when it came out.
I think I had like...
The ports are just making it where Switch players are like solely Nintendo tit suckers are gonna...
Well, portable-wise, like, I understand
I mean, I get it, like, you know, but who plays only Nintendo these days? It's just like, you don't have enough. There's not enough. You can't do it.
Scott the Waz, we're calling you out. It's the only way I'm going to get big. I'm going to just start calling out the big-name YouTubers. Scott, play something else. I love you, Scott the Waz. Yeah.
I couldn't do that. There's not enough stuff for me to play just solely Nintendo.
I mean,
shit.
technically there is.
I mean, there is, but not, you know, like I was saying earlier, I'm a run-and-gun type of guy.
Yeah.
Nintendo doesn't have very much
Yeah,
to do
and their
that with.
online infrastructure is definitely
And now,
not up
I mean,
to par.
honestly, that might, like, that would make me happy if I owned a Switch, which I don't, for some reason. But, like I said, I love shooting things. I love blowing stuff up. I love killing zombies. I love, you know, the whole aspect of all that shit. And, you know, Resident Evil 6 kind of did that for me. I don't even know if I played 5 that much. I played the hell out of 6, though.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you might
No,
have
I have it
backwards.
right now still.
Okay.
At
6
the
is
house.
the one with Leon.
Hard copy, Xbox 360, what up?
Leon,
Yeah.
you definitely played 5, because I feel like I played 5 with everybody.
One
One with Chris and...
yeah, well, like I said, I didn't play it as much as I
that
played
was
6.
that was the co-op
I did
one.
play it, yes.
Yeah,
But
both were
I
co-op.
didn't play it as much as 6. I played the hell out of 6. I really did. I
I
know
just-
I've done said that 3 times, but it's relevant because that's how much I played it. Oh, man.
I think people are going to like your energy.
I'm telling you.
You're bringing a higher enthusiasm to the
Well,
table.
I mean, I love playing video games. Like I said, I do it for the fun of it, and having fun is my fucking bag, man. You know?
Maybe
that
this-
is my bag, baby.
Maybe this is what we need. We need like the serious with the whole little bit of news, and then we need the enthusiast just straight into.
Another shout out to Cuff Hopper, wishing he was here tonight. Hating he's feeling bad. Feel better, brother. Rest up.
I know he still never got back to me. I hope it's okay that I had someone sub for me or for him.
Well, I mean, he loves me.
I gotta get my content out,
So,
man.
you know, we'll be okay.
I even told him, I was like, man, you're 50% of this shit. This isn't just me. I'd like your input, and he just never responded.
Yeah, well, I'm like he's probably napping if he was feeling that bad. Which,
Yeah.
like I said, we've already talked before about me coming on and doing some stuff with y'all. Maybe not this particular podcast.
Yeah, no,
I didn't think
I
didn't think I'd be stuck into this one or plugged into this one as early as I am now. But you know,
I really need to get my ass in gear and like try to get some Let's Plays or some other formats up. But I don't. We'll worry about that.
I
in
would
the
love
future.
to be on a Nostalgia Glasses episode for sure.
Those are more.
That's one thing I really want to get in on.
The-
'Cause
the
I
one-
love playing old shit. I plugged in my 64 the other day and played some GoldenEye. Get out of here!
That
What?
sounds- 5 years ago, I would have been like, man, that sounds awesome. But now I feel like I've played it so much.
Oh
and
man, slaps only.
why?
Get out of here with that shit. Oh god,
It just sounds awful to me.
it was so much fun back in the day though, man, and it's still fun if you put the glasses on, dude.
Yeah.
If you put the glasses on, take it as it was, it's still fun as hell. For guaranteed, man. I mean,
It's still gonna be hard to fucking control.
Well, I mean, obviously, Jesus Christ, whose freaking joystick works like it's used to back in the day anymore? I mean, good God. I can only run half as fast as I used to could anyway.
I was gonna say, does your N64 controller, does the analog stick have that?
I don't know anybody who has one where it does not move freely without...
Oh, I was gonna ask, does it have the white dust in it?
Oh my good Lord, yeah.
You look down in there, I guess it's just the grinding of just the plastic against plastic.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
It was
just white
taking
dust
off
in there.
that protective coating. Oh, well, that was because half the hell. That was one of the first consoles you had to like do that whole.
That was actually one of the first analog sticks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the first one you had to do that whole, like, take it down. Like, you're like, all right, you got to break free, and you got to spin your freaking joystick around like crazy.
What you're talking about is Mario Party, and they actually got sued for that.
What?
Yeah. You talking about the Mario Kart,
like,
Mario Party?
You gonna do like this?
And you're on the raft.
I know. I'm saying like this, like I'm videoing right now.
Yeah,
but I'm not. Like, you take your hand and you put it on the freaking joystick and you spin around like crazy.
Yeah, they actually.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
They got sued for that, and they
How?
actually.
Why?
Because people got. I actually had it when I was a kid, but I didn't know I could, sue people. But yeah, they got blisters in the center of their hand from like doing that.
Pansies. You gonna sue somebody for a blister you got playing a game too hard?
But they had to.
Good Lord!
They said
they're gonna put a disclaimer in the front of it, like, "Hey, just so you know."
I mean, you're talking.
But a blister's hardly.
You're talking 20 years ago. Think about now, dog.
Dude, I'm 20.
Whoa.
Man, dude, how is that even a like? That's not. I can just let a blister heal. That's not some shit I'm going to the hospital for.
You go to the hospital, but a game caused an injury to a child.
Oh.
And the parent doesn't understand why.
Oh, the parents. Yeah. Now that.
But if I'm not
that's
mistaken,
making more sense now that you're saying it that way.
They actually sent out like gloves to affected victims.
What?
So you could.
Here's a glove. Play your ass off. Go with it.
I don't normally do this, but one half second, please. Sorry for that short intermission. I had to kind of correct myself, but I was right actually.
I mean, it was literally like a split-second intermission for them.
Yeah, for them, I just paused it and went back. But yeah, I looked it up to make sure I wasn't being silly. But yeah.
Well,
settled out of court apparently.
Yeah. Well, they were liable, all right. Yeah. No, but that's just silly, man. Oh.
Man, we went on so much of a tangent. We were literally.
I love tangents. Tangents are my friend.
Okay.
All right.
Focus.
Oh, here comes some of my stuff that I want to talk about.
This is your stuff. Mm-hmm. Rainbow Six Siege is getting another one of those exclusive
events.
Events modes.
Yes. Gameplay mode. The new Halloween stuff is called
it,
Dock Tours.
Was it last year at Halloween, or was it? It's been longer than.
No, it was the outbreak.
Like 2 years
Operation
ago.
Outbreak when they had the.
It was like 2 years ago for that, though,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. I mean, Siege has been a thing for me for a long time, man.
I know, but those exclusive modes don't.
Shout out to the Breach Boys. Anyway.
Yeah, I should post this there. I don't know if they give a shit.
But well, they will now since I shouted out to them. Shout out to Islam, Lone Archer.
What are you talking about? I'm the owner of that group.
Well, that's because we are the American division, man. Our boys in Wales wouldn't be too happy about you saying that.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh, they have a lot to say. Where's Jesse when you need him? Get him!
But we got a new. I guess it's a Halloween event. Looks like it's a Halloween event. Zombies.
It basically looked like busting into horror themed map
mansion.
Smacking things with literally. You got a variation of Sledge's hammer.
It was like a fire axe.
Yeah,
it kind of had a cheesy early horror theme vibe, kind of like a 40s Dracula movie thing.
Did you ever watch Monster Squad back in the day? That was my shit.
I don't even know what you said.
Cheesy Monster Squad. It's a bunch of kids going around killing monsters. It was great.
I have to leave the room. No, I'm just kidding.
But no, man, I like stuff like that. I like cheesy things like that. You know what I mean? It's just like silly to me. So I find enjoyment playing stuff like that. Now I feel like this is going to be a very, very fun event to take part in. I had fun with
the original one. I can't remember what the fuck it was called. Was it Outbreak?
Yeah, Operation Outbreak, when they had the mask and you had to, That's when the Finca and freaking Lion come out. Those two operators. This
has been the only point out of all 9 podcasts where I wish I had video. Because of how you just tried to explain something to me. You said, and I'm going to try my hardest, audience. You said, they had the both hands scrubbing face blank expression. What the fuck was I getting from that? They had the...
Well, I mean, I had to find the words for a second. They had the masks on, the hazmats.
There you go. Basically. Okay, there you go. That's what that meant.
The hazmat suits and shit. Lion and Finca.
Yeah.
By the way, Finka's one of my favorite operators to play as on Rainbow Six. Just saying, because of the whole adrenaline rush thing, and you get her on there, and you use your ability, and you get a boost to your health.
Yeah. She can be impervious to recoil.
Yeah. But the health boost was my main thing, man, because you'd be like almost dead, bust that thing, run in, and freaking mow him down.
Also,
love it.
I'm doing the thing now, too.
Yeah, he's doing the thing now that he was just bitching to me about people.
Razor wire. God damn it.
Razor wire, yeah.
Yeah, she can run through razor wire without being affected by it. Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, I'm just saying, this Halloween event, I guess you could call it that. That's what we're calling it now.
Yeah, it's a little late, but it looks fun.
It looks like it would be something cheesy and fun, just like a fun pastime to do on Rainbow Six, like something out of the norm.
I love how
or just going in and getting reamed on ranked,
Such a serious game takes time out of it.
Yeah, to make
busy whatever ranked. Do they still? I'm sure they do.
Oh my god,
competitive ranked. I mean,
it's.
I'm saying like tournament wise and stuff like.
Oh, dude, it's gnarly on there now. I
was talking like. Competitive, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Competitive gaming, esports. Jesus Christ, I could not say esports.
There you go. No, yeah, it's
I don't know if
crazy.
That's still in the esports scene or what.
Dude, Rainbow Six is still heavy with people on ranked that are just, well, for lack of a better word, tryhards.
Yeah, that's normally what you get when you go to a ranked.
I mean, my God, dude, it's you gotta be in there with people that you know.
I know.
And that you know how to play well with.
You,
otherwise,
you acting like
you getting ripped, dude.
You acting like me and you wasn't like the highest level out of all of us?
Yeah, we were. I know. Well, I mean, damn. Back then, I wasn't working or doing that, so I just played that shit all day, every day, straight ripping. But, it was what it was. It still is a fantastic game. I mean, it's still playable for, like, in 1,000 different aspects for me. Because, like I said, I love running and gunning. I love doing that.
Oh, shit. Speaking of running and gunning.
Oh, Battlefield 5 DLC coming.
It looks
new,
like...
the Battle of Midway old school freaking 1943 shit.
That's what it looked like. Yeah, it looked like 1942.
Yeah, there you go. 42.
It looked like the 1942 map.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's the same map, because if it is, that's going to be...
It looked like it.
I know it definitely did look like it from the trailer that we watched, but that's all I've seen about it until like today. So when I saw that earlier when we were watching stuff preparing for this, I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely putting a point on that, because I play the hell out of Battlefield. Battlefield is one of arguably my favorite franchise of first-person shooter.
Yeah.
I mean,
it used to be Call of Duty for everybody, but I think Battlefield to me,
Call of Duty has, in my opinion, and I'm not saying this that it's bad. Don't be, give me no bad freaking rep, people. But
we're not trying to get any
Call
bad
of Duty
company
is
in here.
It's not been my bag since like Black Ops 3.
Well, I don't think it's much of the game's problem or
gameplay. It's fast. It's way fast paced, and like I know that I just said running and gunning, but that's modern warfare, like the
new one.
Yeah, the
2019.
Yeah. Man, too quick.
Did you play it? Have you played it?
No, I've not played that one. That's not what I'm talking about. Which one am I talking about? God Lord.
The 2000 whatever one.
No, the freaking one with the Advanced Warfare. That's the one I'm talking about, where he's like sliding and shooting. And
I love that one. That was one of my favorite ones.
Too much. Because you jump right into it, man. There's people that done, had it from day one. It's just like
the same thing with Battlefield.
Nothing you can do.
What I was gonna say is the differences.
The
differences between Battlefield and Call of Duty, I think, comes in teamwork, camaraderie, and explosives and environment destruction.
Yeah.
Once you play Battlefield, and if you actually get accustomed to it, you can't just be like, people talk about Battlefield, I'm going to try to play Battlefield instead of Call of Duty. And you go into it, you die a couple times, and you're like, well, that sucked. No, you
You gotta delve in.
Get your friends together. Get someone to run engineer.
It's very squad based.
Yeah, you get your engineer, get your medic, and you go blow up a helicopter and level a building and take a flag point, and then tell me if you can go back to Call of Duty. I mean, that's just That's just how that works.
Now,
to me.
I like to pride myself on this ability. Okay, when we start playing Battlefield 4,
are we doing helicopters?
Helicopter pilot for sure. You talking to Cabe Lincoln 420 here, son? And I'm gonna tell you, I flew. This is what I'm saying. Back going to what you said about being a squad based and shit. Like you have to have your people and people that you can actually, cooperate with on a strategic level to capture points and do stuff like that. And when I was flying the transport chopper, which doesn't have any weapons that you can utilize as a pilot.
Just a spawn vehicle.
Yeah, well, I would have to disagree because when we had the whole squad in there and I had Bad Man on one side and Lone on the other and you in the back with the repair tool and we were just wrecking, dude, running through and freaking taking out attack choppers. Just because if you hold that nose right at the right point, both side guns can shoot straight as an arrow. And it's a devastating fucking force if you get right up on them. It's ridiculous.
But it's not
attack choppers would be getting madder than hell, rage quitting at us about that shit, man.
Now we're talking about Battlefield 5.
I know. We're talking about Battlefield 4 again, but we're talking about Battlefield 5 now. Now this, going back, I played 1942
that was all of our first
way back. And it was so mad. I remember me and my cousin just trying to snipe people out of planes in midair. And I remember the first time I ever did it. And my God, was that the most glorious moment of my entire gaming fucking career, man.
Where was capture when you? Where was capture back then?
I know, right? It's gone forever, gone to the wind. It's never to be seen. But that was some of the best shit.
It's in some netcode somewhere on a server.
It's in the Matrix. It's on the wall somewhere. But I'm telling you, man.
Cabe Lincoln on a PS3.
I swear to God, it was fun as hell. And when I shot that first guy out of us, I sniped him from the tallest tower out of a plane while he was flying through the air.
Get your ego.
I'm telling you, I had a head.
Your ego is leaving.
I had a head the size of the goddamn Kool-Aid Man that day. I'm not even kidding. Fucking oh yeah, for real. I was just it was beyond amazing.
So needless to say,
I'm looking forward to this new DLC. I think that also is coming out the 31st.
Gross.
Yeah. Because of,
I don't understand. No, not even that. Just I don't know, man.
I'm like I said earlier, humongous fan. Battlefield franchise, just amazing. And one of the best first-person shooters by far that I've ever played. Mainly just because I like getting in vehicles and
Don't you dare say Battlefield 5.
Utilizing that kind of stuff. No. 4 is still my favorite for sure. But that's only because it's the new age stuff. You get to use all the new shit, like the new choppers, the new shit that they're using these days.
I don't know what they're gonna do with
going back with that. But I'm not gonna lie. Battlefield 5, them dogfights you get into with the fucking.
It's too slow. I don't like it.
That's how it was though.
I don't care.
Not when you were doing it, obviously, back then, I'm sure, actually flying the plane in real life and doing that whole thing. That was probably very freaking adrenaline rushish.
Battlefield
and very scary. But
Battlefield ran into this problem after 4, where they had made something so perfect and so sweet that you could never drink the nectar from the gods ever again afterwards.
I don't know, man. I played 1. You gotta take it for what it is. 1 was fun just because, sitting in the front seat of a freaking biplane, blasting motherfuckers with a machine gun from the air.
Experience-wise, right?
It was fun as hell.
It's fine to have, to go back in time and do all those things, but with 4... they had so much. There was so much in 4. The
campaign was phenomenal.
When it comes to guns, when it came to vehicles, when it came to camos, attachments, to to maps to everything.
Yeah.
And then after 4, 1 huge disappointment.
And they like
5 huge disappointment.
Man, when they ported in all the freaking old school maps and shit, like Firestorm, Metro. Oh.
You see Metro's in a 5 now?
Yeah.
I don't think you heard me. Metro is in 5 now.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I got it from Origin, and
the map.
Yeah, it's in 5.
Operation Metro.
Yeah, it's
in 5.
Yeah. It's just old school. They just kind of changed some. It's nice.
See, but I liked. See, I said those two maps because they were the ones that came in, you know. But I'm not that big of a Metro fan because, like I said earlier,
you like
I'm
the vehicles.
A vehicle fan. I like getting in the vehicles.
I loved Metro.
And Metro eliminated that whole aspect. And I was not a big fan of that one. Plus, the choke points and stuff was just like spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die.
But
get revived, die again.
But when you do get that little.
But now that you're saying that, like that,
when you get that upper edge right there in those choke points, if you can flank and you can see like fucking 30 people. And they're not looking at you.
Yeah,
boy, you can't.
Yeah,
you can't
hit him with that LMG with a 200 round clip.
You can't think of a better heart racing like multiplayer gaming moment, man.
Yeah.
And you're just like, there's like 30 people right here.
Yeah. I will have to say though, back we gotta put it back on the track, man. But Battlefield 5, that trailer for that freaking DLC was, it was a hype ass trailer. Like, and while we were watching it, you're like, it's just gonna be Battlefield on that map. Like, yeah, I know, but it's so hype, man. Oh my god, it made me want to play it so much. Like, I get excited for shit like that, especially since I saw the Mountain Dude on the map.
I thought you said Mountain Dew, but
no, I said I saw the Mountain Dude on that map. Although Mountain Dew is delicious, not a sponsor. But
hit us up. Come on.
But I'm saying, man, when I saw that, the map looked exactly like the map in the trailer. I haven't seen any gameplay of it or anything like that. But the map in the trailer looked like that map, the original 1942 map.
Yeah, I mean that's
and
all.
If it is, that alone is going to do it for me. I'm sorry, but I just
you do realize that it'll have the Levolution was the Call of Duty thing. Mm-hmm. What is it called for Battlefield? I can't even remember.
What are you talking about? Like when
it'll have the destruction.
The destructions and shit. Oh yeah. Oh dude.
Remember in 1942 they didn't have those.
Yeah. Well,
so
I mean,
the towers.
They semi had it.
Yeah, the towers will probably be able to.
Yeah, the towers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's
gonna be fucking fun.
Well, moving right along, I feel like we did a lot of tangents. We do that.
Did a lot of tangents, man. But I mean, that's what happens when you get talking about things.
Things that you care about and are passionate about.
I'm very passionate about Battlefield, so I understand that one for sure.
And I think we're just passionate about games in general.
Oh, yeah.
And so are some of these people that sent in some questions.
Mm-hmm.
So,
ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Moving on to another segment that I like to call Topics to the Table, where you, the listener, can send in questions. I actually have 2 questions. One from a newer listener and one from the A1 Day One. We're going to start with the A1 Day One, just
out of respect.
Out of respect, you know. Joey hit me up and he asked if we could visit any game developer studio, what studio would we visit? And normally, I briefed you on this. Mm-hmm. Cuff doesn't like to know the questions. Cuff just raw dogs them. Mm-hmm. And when I told you the questions, we got so excited about it, and you were like, "Man, you should have not told me. This would have been cool to rapid fire when we got it." But
yeah, I can see why you didn't. You know.
Yeah, so maybe I'll just I have to read them.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing I can do about it, but
I
can at least just throw them to the co-host here. So yeah, if you had a game developer,
I when we were talking to this in preparation, I said Bungie, and then you said that would be a hard one to hit with. But I mean,
I said like 10 years ago, Bungie would have been awesome.
Yes, but they're their own thing again now, right?
Yeah, because they got picked up by Activision and then dropped by Activision after this whole Destiny 2 thing. Weird shit happened. But I think...
But then my next one, though. Rockstar.
Yeah.
And then you also had something to say about that, which I would like for you to delve into right about now, because I'm sure they would be glad to hear it. I thought it was funny.
I mean... There's people that have tried to get inside of Rockstar to see what's going on in the development team, and it just doesn't happen.
They're locked down. Like a vault, baby, locked down.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. That's why...
like fucking Willy Wonka's fucking chocolate factory, you know?
Oh, yeah.
If they sold some gold tickets, bruh, it should be crazy.
But, before...
People be killing each other for them.
Was it Rockstar? Not Rockstar. Before Red Dead 2 got released, like, dude...
Loved it. Still playing it right now.
We never really knew much about that game until they were ready to do anything about it. You know? And you know goddamn well that behind the curtains, Grand Theft Auto 6 has probably been in development for like 4 years. Probably. Because development on
this is why they don't let us in there.
Yeah. I keep saying Rockstar when I mean to say the game name, but it was stated when Red Dead Redemption 1 was completed, development on 2 started. And that was a huge fucking time gap there. So that took them a long time. So there's no doubt, you know, that Grand Theft Auto 6
dude, yeah.
is behind the walls.
If you're going to make an honest to God, man, I know there's a lot of people that say negative things about Red Dead 2 and the fact of, you know, it takes you... to beat the game to access half of the entire freaking map.
We're not gonna get me on this tangent.
But I loved it. I know you did enjoy your time playing it when you got it, because I was here and you were like, "This is awesome." For that little bit, then came the they should have done. They might have been able to, but. Man, I'm playing online right now, and like the original online stuff, when I first got online, when they first, you know, had that whole thing start up, it was not that much to do, man. You had like several little things. It was basically just like your dailies, and then you're done. And it was trashed. Honestly, that's
the same way. I think
I put it down. I put the online to the side for a while.
GTA 5 was the same way.
Yeah, I know. And then they've climbed the ladder with that too. Still doing things with that.
I don't understand. That's another one of those companies that are just literally making money off of.
Yeah, still doing things with it though. This is what you were talking about the Overwatch thing. They should just add stuff to the game and just do it this way. But they're doing it with online, and they're doing the same thing with Red Dead 2. Because when I got on there this past week, and this has only been literally a week and a half that I've gotten back into playing Red Dead Online, or Red Dead 2 Online, and damn, dude, let me tell you, when I was on there, they had the bounty hunter, and then like the treasure collecting, and then the trading, and then there's just like more stuff. There's just more stuff to do, and it's a lot more fun. And then like, you know, I don't feel like I'm sitting there waiting to be able to do things.
I know. Trying to get back onto the question, though. We can do tangents during that stuff, but I'd like to try to answer questions.
Rockstar would be one.
Yeah.
That's the one, Joe.
I didn't mean to cut you short.
But that's the one I would love to be able to see. Of course, I'm sure millions of us would.
Yeah, because like I've asked Joey himself, actually, and damn, we're already at the 1 hour 22. I asked Joey himself, I was like, man, would you like me to move the topics to the table up? That way you don't have to sit through an hour of us talking. And he was like, no. He's like, he actually told me.
Gives him incentives for listening to the whole podcast.
Well, he said he likes our tangents and the way we do things. But my answer for that, it was hard to grasp, I thought, a little bit. And my inner childhood kind of comes out.
Yeah.
And for some reason...
So you didn't even tell me the one you wanted to see.
I did actually. Insomniac.
Well, I didn't. There you go. You did tell me. I just didn't retain the information.
Something about Insomniac games captured my childhood, and
something about it.
Yeah. If I wouldn't have fucking started this right now, I'd be able to tell you.
I think like a lot of somethings.
I think it's Ted Price. I think that's the guy for Insomniac. Fuck, I just want to pause it and go do it, but I'm not going to do that. I could be wrong. But I remember the Ratchet and Clank series and the way their trailers worked back in the day when they actually had commercials.
Man, what?
And that just seemed like a really fun studio. And everything that they've done throughout the years, other than Sunset Overdrive, I never actually got to play that or that shitty 4-player co-op game Fuse. I don't think we talk about that because no one brings that up anymore either. I love the Resistance franchise. I loved Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, I loved how cartoony they were with Ratchet and Clank. Like it was like comedic. You know what I mean? Just like,
did you know that
it hit a lot of cylinders, man? You know what I mean?
Naughty Dog and Insomniac kind of shared assets for Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter?
Well, that was very apparent playing it.
But I mean, that's just a thing that most people don't know. But yeah,
it was very apparent.
I think they were right across the hallway from each other, and one person seen what they were doing and liked what they were doing with it. That's why Jak 2 ended up with gun implementations, because Ratchet and Clank kind of had that, and so they threw that into Jak 2. Or I think Jak 2 had guns.
Yeah, Jak 2 had the guns, and then you had the upgrades, and where you like spin around and all of them shoot the same direction.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But I think Insomniac would be my answer even now, because I loved what they did with Marvel's Spider-Man. I platinumed that game. I loved every bit of what Spider-Man PS4 did. My God. I was honestly hoping that would be Game of the Year, but Red Dead came out right at the fucking end of the year. God of War came out, and I knew it didn't have a chance, but at least it was nominated. But I was really hoping for... I mean, I love God of War, and I think Red Dead deserves all the attention that it gets. Like, I understand what it did, and I understand the technicalities behind it and how impressive it is, but to me, that game just wasn't fun, and I'm not going to dive into that. I think there was a lot to the game that made it more of a chore to play and not a game to play. And God of War, I had a blast playing that, but I just... For some reason, Spider-Man spoke to me, and
dude, I don't know any OG gamer that would not have that wouldn't have loved just to see that happen, to see Spider-Man get that Game of the Year. Because I mean, think back to when you were man.
It depends on which one you're about to bring up, because if we're going to talk about the original PS1 one,
any of them were just great. Who didn't love Spider-Man back then? Not just the game itself. I'm talking about just Spider-Man himself.
Talking, it's more games really.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, who didn't love that? And gamers, they latched onto that shit like it was nobody's business. It's like, dude, fuck yeah, Spider-Man, that was great. And I loved fighting Rhino on that roof, man. Are you kidding me? That was one of my favorite things. It was like, he hit the pylon, like the energy pylon, he like, it was just...
Damn, that was the best sound effects. We are moving up.
That was the best shit ever, dude. I'm telling you.
And I'm going to put this out there.
Just funny to listen to, funny to watch. The dialogue was hilarious. The game itself was just great.
I'm going to put this out
there.
So
the new age, that was just amazing. And the fact that you could take selfies on your phone. As Peter Parker, just like, taking selfies, man. Crazy.
I'm going to put this one out there.
Go ahead.
Spider-Man 2
best
was like one of the best video game movie adaptations that ever happened.
Oh my god.
Fantastic. I mean, I don't know if Joey, whoever wants to chime in on that. Yeah, that actually happened.
Mm-hmm. We still got another question, don't we?
Yeah, we do. I know we're getting long-winded, but
well, those are the ones, Joe. Was it Rockstar and Insomniac?
Yeah,
those are the ones, Joey.
Now, this was going to be a little daunting for you, because we dabbled in it a bit. But Brandon writes in. We actually, you know Brandon.
Oh.
We went to school with him.
Yep. Kit Kat, yeah.
I don't know
He'll know what I mean.
Okay. Well, there's that. Brandon asks, are you guys hyped for the Hideo Kojima's new game Death Stranding, a.k.a. Throat Baby Simulator? And if
that's the thing I was trying to remember earlier.
There, yeah. And if so, why are you excited for it? I'll have enough to say about it. So you want to tell me? I don't know what you know about it.
I know that Norman Reedus is awesome with the fetus.
Norman Reedus with a fetus. Mm-hmm. Yes, he is in. He's in it, and he's awesome. I guess he does.
I'm a big fan of him. Like in the Walking, I've been watching Walking Dead for forever. So when I seen that, I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
That's no reason to like just be into a game.
Well,
though.
I mean, no, it's not the reason that I'm into the game. It was a very, very big plus for me because I'm a huge Walking Dead fan. You know?
So that makes you hype for Death Stranding.
Well, no, not really. That itself, I'm just saying. When I seen Norman Reedus, I was like, "Oh, they got him to do this. That was pretty cool." But that original trailer that I watched when they were fighting that invisible dude, what?
The whole, yeah.
Whoa. It made me question, like, where are they going with this? This is about to be wild, you know? And that alone, like, just the mystery of it was just like, you know, I gotta play it. So that's where I was at with that with that first bit. And that shit we watched about with Conan today with it too.
Now, I will tell you that the Conan thing makes me want to play it more than anything else.
Yeah. Of course, coming from a good like developer, you know, I mean, it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be good. But that's me.
I don't know how to feel about it. I haven't known how to feel about it for a very long time. I see a bunch of things come out about it. I still don't know how to feel about it. I've watched that whole live stream that Hideo did that explained absolutely fucking nothing about the game other than...
I hate it when they do that.
Other than Norman Reedus can pee and he doesn't allow you to see his dick. Not that I want to, but why was that a fucking fact? Like, why was that announced in a live stream? We talked about this a couple of podcasts ago. Like, on a live floor of a demo, they were like, look, you have to pee sometimes. And then Normus took off and he went to pee. And then they're like, but you can't watch him pee. And they pan the camera, and Normus is like...
Norman,
yeah, Norman. Norman Reedus with a fetus. But he, like, shuffles off to the left, like, kind of hiding. and like, they made a whole big point.
What's wrong, Norman?
You can't look this way, up, or down at it. You know, like, what? That's fucking... I want to see some shit about the goddamn game. But instead they give us Norman Reedus peeing, and he pissed on a fucking... What is it? He pissed on a mushroom, and there was something to do with some weird multiplayer-esque things where if a bunch of people pissed in this one location, something crazy would happen.
What?
Dude, the game is nuts.
Are you joking?
I'm not.
Why would they make that a playable point? Like I don't know. Point of interest.
Like, am I excited for the game?
Jeez.
I don't want to say I'm excited for the game. I want to say I'm interested in seeing what the fuck.
It's like I said, the mystery of it is just
that is it. That is all I have.
It's all it is. It left me with a lot of questions.
It's still nothing but questions.
Everything that I've seen about it has left me questioning.
The game comes
just
out
like, what is going on here? What's up with that? What's going on with this? Like everything along with it, just the whole mystery factor is one thing that will make me play it. Maybe I won't like it. Maybe I will. It doesn't matter. It's going to get played.
I think even Hideo himself said it will take, you got to get like a quarter of the way through the game before you'll actually like it or something stupid like that. Yeah. Which doesn't even make fucking sense. But, I don't know, man. He's a crazy guy, and Metal Gear Solid happened because of him. I think we should have gotten Silent Hill instead.
Oh, God. I hated they canceled that.
Yeah, but instead
that playable trailer was fucking terrifying.
But instead, here we are. I mean, we basically got the same thing, because Guillermo del Toro was part of the PT trailer. Norman Reedus was supposed to be in the Silent Hill PT thing.
Yeah.
And so, it's basically the same formula, but, boy, I don't know. So, my answer to that is, no, I'm not hyped for it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. What the fuck is happening in Japan?
Your guess is as good as mine, dude.
Sorry, Brandon, I hope that answered your question.
Yep. Shout out to Bam Bam.
Oh, there you go. But,
see you in another 5th grade chocolate bar cutting session.
I don't know anything about that.
He'll get it. No one else will, and I don't care if you do or not, because Bam is the only one who needs to get it. You're welcome. Kit Kat. Meow.
Yeah. But yeah, that was our topics to the table. If anybody else listening would like to send in topics for said table, I'll have links to everything below. You can send them into my Facebook. at Sir Snacks, my Facebook, YouTube. I have a Twitter at Sir_Snacks. I'm also with Cabe over here with
Cabe
the Firecrackers. You can find him on Facebook at the Firecrackers.
Yeah, that's my band page on Facebook, and we got all our upcoming events posted up as soon as we know and have them confirmed. And I would love to see a bunch of the gaming crowd out there, a bunch of the people who are, just genuinely love to listen to good music, man. I will definitely do my best to make sure that you could, if you would want to come out to any of the venues that we're going to be at and check us out, man. That would be really cool.
I'm glad I had this plug. This feels authentic.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, man. You can also catch any of our stuff. We got an EP released on Spotify, iTunes, any of the big music.
Amazon Music.
Oh, yeah, YouTube Music. All of them. I mean, you can find us pretty much anywhere, really. I mean...
Well, don't worry.
Anywhere music is played for the enjoyment of the masses.
Well, you don't have to worry about that. I'll have links to all this stuff below.
Yes.
And I want to thank everybody, especially the viewers that send in questions. Joey and Brandon, I thank you very much. And look forward to your questions next week if you would like to send them in. And yeah, this has been episode 9 of Talking Snacks. Thanks for listening.